burn out cars.
And I'm from Philly. That's sad.
It is very sad. It's terrible.
Yeah,
People
anywhere
have
that
lost
occurs, it's not good.
their
Yes.
minds.
Yeah, it's a sad thing, and we had talked about this prior to Spaz, is obviously we know with the epidemic that's going on right now, things got shut down. And then obviously people got money that were able to open for small business. Other people didn't, which hurt them, and they were still closed. And then they opened back up, and then they closed back down for certain things, and now riots are destroying these properties. We're now, how are business owners even going to react?
I don't think just kidding was the right response.
Wow, just kidding. Okay.
It's where I'm at. A lot of places are open, but you just have to be careful. Vegas now is totally closed. A lot of the hotels, a few of them are opening right now.
Wow.
I've heard that here and there, but they're still having certain guidelines. And I remember, what was it? I think it was a month ago or something, they were running ads for Vegas saying, we're opening it back up slowly, but we're opening it, and we're welcoming people back. And I'm like, okay, so now you're closed again? All right.
So what are they doing? Letting Southwest bring in 3 people at a time? They get their temperature taken when they get off the plane, handed a mask, and says, have a good time.
You know what? That's a great idea, Katie. You know in Hawaii where they give you the lei and say, here you go? They can give you the mask and say, here you go, welcome to Vegas.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
What do you think about that, Spaz?
That's a good idea. My brother just, about a week ago, he went to Disney World, where you guys are at. And there was a cat on the plane that they put in a plastic bag.
What?
Everybody should have had worn that plastic bag.
Wait. Let's back up here. They put a cat in a plastic bag?
I mean, it had ear. Okay, it wasn't a dead cat. It was a live cat, and it was like a backpack made out of clear, and then it had little holes for him to breathe.
Oh, I've seen those. Like they look like the little Astrodome things. Yeah, space bubble. Okay. I'm thinking like a plastic bag you get at a grocery store.
Yeah, I was thinking bread sack with a cat in it. Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, this is really getting ghetto. Poor cat.
Did it have a mask?
Yeah, that was made out of the paper. Paper or plastic.
Yeah, paper or plastic.
So, yeah, well, what'd you think of Disney when you were there?
Oh, wasn't him.
My brother went, and I could tell you he enjoyed himself. No lines, didn't have to wait for anything. I was invited to go, but I had too many things to do here. I didn't really want to go.
Well, it's a shame. We'd love to have seen you.
I know, but that would have been a good idea.
You didn't think of that, did you?
Well, my dad just passed, so that's why my brother went up there. But he went to Disney World.
Okay, well, I have to say my condolences for that. So
it's okay. His spirit's alive, and he's around me.
Well, that's interesting because when you brought up the fact with your brother going over and doing the Disney World after, I guess, the funeral, that brings me up to
no funeral.
Oh, no funeral.
No.
Oh, okay.
So, no, just his ashes are on my brother's ping pong table. They're fine.
Oh, well, good. I guess he was a lover of sports.
No. It's just, the cat likes to sit on top of his ashes, that's all.
Boy, now there's a Kiss Mike Keister moment.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of, what was it?
You don't want to know what I'm thinking.
No, I was going to say, remember Ben Stiller with, what's his name?
What about
Meet the Parents or something?
Oh, where he throws the cat out the window? Something about Mary.
No, not Mary. It was where he was impressing the father, and the father-in-law used to be an ex...
the Fockers. Meet the Fockers.
Meet the Fockers, and the cat with the ashes.
Yeah.
My father's ashes! That was great. The cat was used as a litter box. Oh, that was great. Well, I'm sad that your cat sits on the ashes, but hopefully your dad is moderating.
Sits on top of the box that the ashes are in. That's what it is.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying. Hopefully your father's moderating the ping pong tournaments as they're going on.
No, his spirit's very much alive. He's flying around talking to everybody, much more happier.
Awesome.
Couldn't get him to say 2 words at the dinner table, but now that he's dead.
Well, you know what? I like I said, not that I'm loving this topic, but I'm loving the topic that we can go into from here. Is I read an article, and this is a great one.
Are you saying this was a good segue?
Yeah, it was a good segue. Thanks. Anyway, Drew Barrymore confirms rumor that her grandfather's corpse was stolen. So, her grandfather died in 1942, but the actress, who's 45, revealed on a YouTube channel that the fact is true that her grandfather's body was stolen from the morgue in 1942 by his friends so they can all party one last time. She admitted the 3 friends took the body and actually propped him up at a poker table just so they can have one last time with them.
I'm there. I want to go. I want to be that person.
So you're saying that when you go, you're giving permission?
Honey, every good Irishman will tell you, you have a wake and the last one's on me.
It's true.
Literally. Put a lid on that box and just lay out the hors d'oeuvres.
That's wonderful. Thoughts, Spaz?
Yes, well, when I go and I get into the afterlife, I got a lot of things to catch up on.
Okay.
Like what?
Well, one thing is, okay, spiritually speaking, you want to go there?
For a second.
For a second. Just from a psychic medium standpoint, I believe that there's a spiritual war going on, and I'll be busy fighting that with ping pong balls.
All right.
What can I say? I mean, I'm not going to have too much of a choice on what I'm going to do in the afterlife.
When we
It's
were
up to
a
God.
kid, see, you got to get the best use out of those ping pong balls. Go get you one of those little plastic rubber guns where you could, squeeze it and it would suck up the ping pong ball, and then you would squeeze it and it would shoot it across the room.
Well,
at least I could put them to good use, right?
That's right.
That's true. Well, I've always debated how I wanted to go, either cremation or buried. But my mom, when she passed in 2008, she got cremated. My father's now said that he wants cremation, and I said, you know what, I think I'm going to do cremation too. So obviously, I network way too much here in Florida, and I won a prize from a funeral home. So I went, and they were trying to sell me on plots, and they're like, "Oh, well, you want a cremation? This is what you got to do. You got to buy this." And they took me to this section of their garden area. And no lie, Katie, it looks so cool. You can either be popped into a wall where you can be sealed with a bunch of people, or you can, or you basically can find like a 3-4 size house type of scenario, like a concrete memorial house that you can be popped in. And I looked and I said, well, I would love to have the house, and I might use 2 of those rooms, so can I rent out the other 3?
There you go.
And the funeral people looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, no, I'm a realtor. Come on, I can rent those out, can't I?
Hey, I don't think I want to be cremated. I've been thinking about this real hard because I read an article where your brain does not stop functioning until they're just about ready to pull it out through your nose.
No, that's mummification.
Well, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, they put a wire up your nose and then pull your brain out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. But the thing is if my brain is still ticking after I quit kicking, I want to make sure that they leave me alone long enough for me to go.
Definitely.
I don't want to get tossed in a barbecue pit before I'm ready.
Well, I don't know. I think the cost of funeral is too high anyway. I always told my family, if I'm going to be cremated, just have a big barbecue. Throw me...
Or just have a Jewish funeral for me. Throw me in a box, put me in the ground. Okay.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
They can make an abstract piece of art out of me.
Make a piece of art out of you? Okay, I'm good with that.
Chop me up, little pieces, organ here, heart there, eyes there.
Yeah, they
like
call that
Picasso.
donating.
No, I think he was saying he can use as jack-o'-lantern parts. Like, you know how they stick them on jack-o'-lanterns now? They don't carve them. He just pops them on there and says, here's the eyes, goes right there. I don't have to carve
that's
it.
Mr. Potato Head.
Well, that could be that, too.
Yeah. No, I was just talking about take my eyes out of my head, take my nose out, saw it off, whatever you have to do to make a good abstract art.
An abstract art? Oh, that's a relief. I thought you were telling me how to, make room in the coffin.
Well, that's a different thing.
Well, that's always a good thing too. Which I laughed is I watched this show on TV called Storage Wars, and one of the actors and his wife got like one of those carts that you can put the coffin on. It wheels it, and he went to a morgue to see how much it's worth and all this other stuff. Well, they told him the price, yada yada yada. Well, the guy said, "Hey, do you want to try out a coffin?" Now, this guy's a little hefty, okay? And his wife's a little skinny. And he looks at his wife and goes, "Can you write me a eulogy? Can you do me a eulogy right now?" And she's like, "Yeah, I guess so." So he's trying to get in the coffin and trying to sit down. And my God, you could hear the thing creaking. And I'm like, oh, God, it's going to break. It's going to break. But he got in there with no problem. And then he's like, "Where's my eulogy?"
They couldn't get him out?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So, well, they got him out, but they just cut to a scene. But I thought it was hilarious.
They probably had to bring him a burger, fries, and a Coke.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Those are funny shows in any type of scenario.
Spaz, thanks for being with us today.
Oh,
you
thank you
have
for
been
inviting
awesome.
me. Thank you.
We missed you. I hope you'll come back and see us
too.
again soon.
Yes, we love to have you back on the show, and nice meeting you, Spaz.
You too. Thank you, guys. You have a wonderful night.
And
You
do
too.
the same. We'll be in touch.
Even though you're 3 hours behind us, you'll have it better.
Our people will be in touch with your people.
Okay.
Have a good night. And what's for next week?
Next week, we're going to have some more interesting articles and Kiss My Keister moments that we're going to talk about, Katie. I'm not giving it away too much, because if I did, I'd spoil it.
I understand. I hope you guys have enjoyed tonight's show. We had a lot of fun putting it on for you. So come back and visit us next time, and you'll hear a lot more goodies from us. And we're glad that you're hanging out with us tonight. Joe, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, please, once again, we want your feedback. We want your articles, everything like that. Kiss My Keister moments. Go to societybitesradio.com with BYTES. Go to the More tab, go to KMK, fill out the form there, let us know, because we want to hear from you.
Don't forget, Kiss My Keister is only Kiss My Keister because somebody took our ass.
I love it.
Yo, yeah, y'all know what time it is.